When jealousy meets envy, you get what you saw last night. Caitlin Clark being shunned out of the game, iced out of the game, ignored, teammates refusing to pass her the ball. We got Angel Reese taking it coast to coast, Caitlin Clark right next to her, refusing to give her the ball, going, pushing, giving it to Diarca Hamby, and the ball it's a turnover. What we saw yesterday was the definition of jealousy meeting envy.
Some players chase victories. Some players chase the spotlight. And when both agendas meet on the same court, the world gets a front row seat to the tension. Last night, Team USA delivered a masterclass, not in basketball, but in what jealousy looks like when it suits up and forgets which team it represents. Share your thoughts below. Do you think Angel Reese's actions are damaging Team USA's chemistry, or is the reaction overblown? Let us know.
Angel. We couldn't get through 2 games without this issue rearing its ugly head. Game 1, I saw a lot of praise for you, actually. Game 1, I saw a lot of chatter. Whoa, did you see that pass from CC to Angel Reese? Whoa, this connection can work. Game 1, there was a lot of praise, not only for Caitlin Clark, mostly for Caitlin Clark, but for you too. So why do we come into Game 2 trying to ruin all of that? Why do we come into Game 2 seemingly with an agenda at hand? And that agenda was, damn, I gotta take the spotlight off her somehow.
All right, let's break down what unfolded. When the footage is this clear, the pattern this unmistakable, and the online reaction this intense, it's impossible to look away and pretend everything is fine. What happened during Team USA's second game wasn't just an off night. It wasn't a missed shot or simple fatigue. What we witnessed was the natural outcome of a player deciding the spotlight has too many people in it, centered squarely on Angel Reese. Now, before the defenders flood the comments, hear me out. This isn't about hating on Angel Reese. This isn't about tearing her down for entertainment. It's about calling things as they are. And right now, that reality is creating a very deep hole, not just for Reese herself, but for the entire Team USA roster. Let's dive into the tape.
We got the ball going up. We got a rebound. Angel Reese grabs the board. Damn, says Caitlin, get the out my way. uses her right forearm to shield Caitlin from the ball like Caitlin's a defender, only to push the ball up herself. Caitlin says, oh, you got that? Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. I thought I was the point guard here, but you got that? Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, I didn't know. I thought we were on the same team, but you got that. You're right. You're the point forward. At least that's what your fans tell you. Oh, realizes we're not going anywhere.
Angel Reese secures a defensive rebound. On the surface, nothing unusual. This is literally her role, and she executes it well. But here's where it gets interesting. Caitlin Clark, the point guard whose entire job is to control the ball and push the pace, is standing right next to her. Not down the court, not trailing the play, but right there. And what does Reese do? She uses her right forearm to physically block Clark from touching the ball, as if Clark were the defender, as if Clark needed to be kept away from the play. Then Reese takes the ball up the floor herself, completely ignoring the point guard standing just inches away. Clark, to her credit, handled it like a professional. She adjusted, silently saying, "Got it, my bad," and moved on, because that's what a good teammate does, what a player focused on winning does. She didn't throw a fit. She didn't demand the ball. She adapted. But let's be honest, that moment wasn't about basketball. It was a statement. Reese was making it clear, without a word. Not today. This run is mine.
To your PG, no, we refused to. We tried to be the PG, and we don't even hit Diarca Hamby's hands. Moving on. Next one. Like these are all bad. Angel Reese board. Give it to Caitlin Clark. Nope. Angel Reese board. You got Caitlin Clark right next to you. And what are we going to do instead? We're going to take matters into our own hands and give it the other way.
Here's where the immediate consequences of a poor decision became clear. Angel Reese, choosing to push the ball up herself instead of giving it to the point guard, tried to find Dara Hamby on the fast break. The pass arrived late and off target, forcing Hamby, who had already beaten her defender down the floor, to pivot and reset her position, which led to an offensive foul. This wasn't Hamby's mistake. She ran the floor perfectly and did everything right. The problem came from the decision made just before. Had Caitlin Clark been handling the transition, the pass would have been clean and on time, giving Hamby an easy 2 points. Instead, the possession vanished because someone insisted on being the one to make the play. The first time, you might forgive it. Maybe it was instinct, a split-second reaction without thought. One error, it happens. But then it repeats. Angel Reese secures another rebound, and Caitlin Clark is right beside her. Again, Reese ignores the point guard and assumes the role of point forward herself. She handles the ball, but the result is messy, off-target, awkward, hard to watch. A possession that should be simple spirals into disorder. And yet, it happens a third time. Same scenario, different moment, same flawed outcome. When one misstep becomes a pattern, it speaks louder about intent than any single play ever could. What's striking is that the evidence is right there on film. When Reese actually passes to Clark in transition, the results are immediate. Rewind to 2 years ago at the All-Star game. Clark pushes the tempo, attacks the middle, the defense collapses, and Reese is there on the drop-off. Bucket, no drama. Easy bucket. No fuss, no struggle, just basketball flowing exactly as it's meant to. Now rewind to Game 1 of this very tournament. Caitlin Clark has the ball, spots Angel Reese sprinting down the floor, and delivers it flawlessly, right on target. Reese catches it and finishes cleanly. So the question isn't whether Clark will pass to Reese. She will, every time. She's a passer first. Anyone familiar with her career knows this. Entering the pros, she made her mark not just with scoring, but with her court vision and her readiness to make the extra pass, even when a shot looked tempting. The real question is why. In Game 2, Reese seemed determined to undo all of that. Here's a theory worth considering. Since Clark's professional debut, a section of the media has relentlessly framed her as selfish, a pure scorer, someone who dominates and seeks the spotlight. That narrative has been pushed hard. The irony here is dense and unmistakable. The player who has consistently been the epitome of selflessness on the court, the one who sacrifices easy scoring chances to set up her teammates, the very player who literally handed Angel Reese the exact shot she nailed, is Caitlin Clark. Yet when you buy too deeply into a narrative, when you start accepting the version of someone the media has crafted, it can distort how you interact with that player. It can push competitiveness in the wrong direction. Instead of focusing on beating the opposing team, you begin competing against your own teammate. That tension is precisely where this team's chemistry began to fray in Game 2. After Game 1, Angel Reese received a surge of well-deserved praise. The duo had shown promise, the commentary was glowing, and even doubters were beginning to acknowledge, maybe this combination actually works. Maybe they really click. Then came Game 2. Clips of the plays circulated rapidly, and the reaction was far from gentle. Fans and analysts quickly pointed out that Angel Reese was trying to act as a point forward on a team that already boasts one of the sport's premier facilitators. They warned that this kind of possession mismanagement could be costly against top-tier competition. Coaches and commentators voiced frustration, noting that the same issues from last season seemed to be resurfacing. Several commentators urged head coach Cheryl Lawson to address the matter directly, suggesting a frank conversation with Reese about role clarity. A recurring sentiment kept appearing in various forms. Angel Reese is not the point guard, and when she attempts that role, the offense falters. Importantly, this is not a critique of Reese's talent. She is a legitimate professional athlete. She can rebound, score in the post, and contribute significant value. But basketball is fundamentally a game of defined roles, and when a player steps outside their role to chase something that isn't theirs, the ball, the tempo, the spotlight, it affects everyone on the court. Amid the coverage, a photo surfaced showing Angel Reese using her arm to physically redirect, or more accurately, redirect away, Caitlin Clark from the ball. Whoever manages that outlet's social media clearly didn't consider the message the image would send, but the internet certainly did. The symbolism was immediate. Here's a player literally blocking her own teammate from touching the basketball. A photo destined to live online indefinitely, effectively telling one of the sport's best facilitators, not your turn. And you know what's striking? She got exactly what she wanted. She handled the ball, grabbed the spotlight, and had her moment to push the pace. And then, the offense faltered. And then Team USA,